we can make it easy to learn bar chords. So if you are a beginner guitarist who is struggling to learn bar chords, then I want to make it clear to you how you get from open chords to bar chords. Now let's be clear, the challenge of learning bar chords, I think, is the toughest challenge that people face when they're learning the guitar. But the reward, once you get to the other side of the hurdle, is enormous. You know, the whole of the guitar neck opens up to you. And I think that's when you can call yourself an intermediate guitarist, actually. Once you've learned bar chords, I think you're not a beginner anymore, you're not a novice. You know, you can kind of say, I am a guitarist. You know, you've made it in one sense. You never stop learning, of course, but bar chords is an important threshold to cross. So how do we get there with the minimum amount of frustration? Well, I like people to use power chords as stepping stones to get to full bar chords. Now, a power chord is basically a bar chord. It's like the lower half of a bar chord. So a power chord looks like this. Now we only play here, here, and here. And again, it's a movable shape, so you can play it any way you want to. But if we play it like this, then can you see how what we're playing there is, if I play a full bar chord, yeah, so, but we're taking away the bar at the bottom here, and we're taking away this finger as well. So in theory, yeah, I could just kind of lift my hand away, because we only play those 3 strings. Yeah. Now we tend to use power chords. They tend to be most used in sort of rock and pop, but they're used in all genres of music. Another name for power chords is fifths, because all that's in there is a root note and a fifth note. And you can actually play a power chord just with 2 fingers like this. Yeah. Now I like people that are trying to learn bar chords to start by learning power chords, because it starts to get that stretch that you need between this finger and this finger. Yeah, and that's what we want. But what it does is it allows you to focus on only the stretch and not the bar. So you're not having to, like, you know, clamp your fingers down and make the chord shapes here. What we're doing is we're turning the journey of learning bar chords into micro steps. And the first small step is, well, okay, let's get used to this weird shape before we start adding on more parts to that weird shape. Now the cool thing about power chords is, because they have no third, there's only a root and a fifth in there. That's the root, that's the fifth. And if we add that one, that's just the octave of that. They're the same note, here and here. But so because there's no third, that means it can't be major or minor. So this is really cool, because it means the shape is very portable. It's easy to move around. It's something that you can, you know, play in all genres with every chord. Like, you don't need to even think about whether it's major or minor. You just need to move your finger to the right place and it will sound okay. Let's look at a couple of power chord songs that you could have some fun with. So one will be Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, which we play down here. Now can you see what I did there? I moved the power chord shape from there to there. And that's the other cool thing about power chords, it works on these strings and here. Move up to the 4th fret. Yeah, and continue to whack the strings as you change. Can you hear that sound? That kind of gives you a kind of percussive element. That's a nice one to practice, because it gets you moving around the fretboard.